Alrighty, we are here with the KDJX Designz Big Block Modifieds, as we've got cars on track.
It looks like we got 8 entries for tonight. Another light field, but like I said before, a class that we're trying to build on. And hopefully we get a couple more for next year. I know there is some interest from a couple more people for next year, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, definitely interested to see this class grow, and we've got a pretty good heated points battle that's been brewing up. Aren't they tied?
They are tied coming into this
Tied.
race, yes.
Byron Meeks and the 53P Orion Patton are tied coming into your third special of the year. Week 15, we've got 5 weeks to go after this. They're coming in tied, so they are even Stevens right now. And we'll have to see where they stack up. There's the 53P on your screen. He's racing the 66N of Warby Newcomb right now. Warby Newcomb, a little bit different wrap. He's got a little bit of a gold shine on that 66N here tonight. I did see a car roll in tonight that I wanted to take a moment to take a look at. In the 057 machine, or in the 57C machine tonight. That's going to be Colton Probst. He's got a little bit of a special wrap on in that 57 car. Saw that on a post earlier today. Let's see if I can get that information to you. We'll pull it up here, yeah. Throwback wrap for his pap. Don Arnold used to build race cars, and legendary pro dirt racer Billy the Kid Pouch would run them from time to time in the number 57. So a little bit of a throwback wrap here tonight for his pap. That car drove by Billy Pouch. Pretty cool post.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, a little write-up he had on Facebook. Looks just like that machine, that vintage machine. But brought to real life here on the sim here tonight. So he'll be one to watch. Doesn't have the flames on him here tonight, but he's got the throwback. So pretty cool to see that car roll in here tonight for week 15. In front of him, there's another driver tied for the lead-in points in the 25 machine. That's Byron Meeks. Those seem to be the only 2 cars in this second session. We'll take a hop
Tell you
back
what,
over.
Tyler, brings back some memories here at Lineland in the big blocks, as we've all turned a fair amount of laps here as we ran a complete series in the big blocks here at Lineland. I don't know if that was 3 years ago, something like that.
Got to be pushing 4, I think.
Might be 4, yeah. We ran a series here at this racetrack, so we have our fair share of laps turned here in the big blocks ourselves.
Yeah, and I'm not usually a guy to toot my own horn, but I'm looking up on my wall right now. I see the big block mod points champion Tyler Ruggie at Lineland up on my wall right here. So just a friendly reminder. And so I'm reminiscing pretty good about it too.
Not 1 to 2 year old. You know what? I thought as my son, I brought you up not to live. You're gonna lie right here in live. Unbelievable.
Yeah, those were good times. I remember these cars. We had I had a car that was actually somebody shared a setup to me that was not the best idea. That car was fast. Me and Carl Lansbury, you saw him a little earlier this year running. Hasn't made it out for for the second half of the season, but we had some good races. Had a good setup here, and came home with that points champion. That was before we streamed, and that was just when we had 8 guys and we all raced the same one. Now we've got 3 classes, and you see a new driver on track in every single class. So pretty cool, the amount of people that have become a part of this, and definitely something to reminisce about now.
Yeah, for sure. We look back at where this lease come from, and man, we did some weird stuff back in the day. Different classes. We ran street stocks, modifieds. We did split series. We've done all kinds of different stuff. We've kind of settled here on what we got going on right now, and it seems to be pretty popular. And I'm thinking we're probably not going to do a whole lot of changes anytime soon. You always have a few little changes, but think we've kind of found where we settled at, what we're gonna do here.
Yeah, we're always tweaking a little bit here and there in the background, and but like you said, I think this has been a great base this year, and we've had relatively low difficulties, you know, and people showing up, you know, we've had fans in the comments, you know, we appreciate when you comment, you know, we we love seeing that you're watching and who you're rooting for, so definitely awesome to, you know, to see that. But I think we've had a great base this year, and I think the realistic weather has brought a lot of new winners and better racing, and like just everything you said. And I'm glad to be able to hear you talking tonight. It's great to have a partner up here.
Yeah, it's nice to have 75% of my voice back. Something I haven't had in a while. Hasn't been the funnest thing. I can tell you that. I don't know what goes on. I'm like, every time I think in the wintertime, I lose my voice for 3 or 4 weeks.
Finally turning a new leaf.
Maybe. Never know.
Might go away. Like you said, you're one pretzel away.
One pretzel away. Yeah, somehow I eat a pretzel. It helps it out a little bit. We're down to 2 minutes to go here in this practice. We're going to get these modifieds rack and stack and get ready for some qualifying action. This is our second special.
Well, quality action tonight. Pretty good to see.
I mean, we got more laps, added laps for tonight's event, but on a track like Limeland, if you don't have many cautions, those laps can tick away really fast, and it don't even seem like you run that many laps. Like in our late model race, we clicked off 69 laps pretty quick. I mean,
yeah, we did. But I tell you what, I definitely needed that caution. My arm was getting tired. I mean, it's quite. And I'm a guy who doesn't run a whole lot of force feedback, and I was starting to feel it out there, and I'm like, I really wasn't sure if anybody was on me, and kind of thought I was going to ride fourth all night, and just able to take advantage of the restarts, and that's really where I've won a lot of races in this league, is taking advantage of a restart.
Yeah, and I've lost a lot of positions because of the restarts. I just can't. Well, the car I had tonight, I actually had a restrictor in it.
Really?
Car didn't want to take off on starts.
Cat is out
there. I was trying something tonight. In the Supers, I was trying something. I was hoping for a long run deal, and I missed a little bit on air pressure, and I think I missed a little bit on the realistic weather, and I was just a touch off, and that's all it takes with that class of cars. You touch off, and you're back in the middle of the pack and fighting to stay there. So
we'll have a little. It's good to have a little interview. You know, guys, now you didn't quite go as planned. So you're pretty fast there early. Saw you roll around me on the outside, and kind of wondered, and then got to race in there and got back around you. But I figured you were going to be pretty fast, and the car just kind of went away from you.
Yeah, the car was good up until they had that caution. I was getting ready to go side by side with the 8 getter and get back up there to 5th. Because you were running 4th, and I was keeping you about the same distance away, and I thought, I might have some. But then after that restart, it just never really came back. Never got rolling again, and I got the best on restarts. And then when I couldn't roll the way I wanted to through the center, because I would hit people in front of me if I went in the corner like that, then it kind of messed my lineup. And then it was hang on from there and settle for what I got. And
yeah, we had a pretty good caution breeds caution moment there, and as you're losing spots on restarts, that definitely does not help.
Yeah, it's rough, and some of them guys are really good on restarts, and I don't know if it's because I'm old and slow on the trigger or what, but you know, I will take credit for being the oldest guy in that Super League class.
You are
by far.
The low would be Nolan Anderson, I do believe.
Well, I guess we're getting ready to go qualifying.
I'll have to see who comes out first. Ooh. I saw somebody on track. I don't know who it is. Alrighty. We've got 2 cars on track right now. We've got the 9 machine of John Smeal. John Smeal, he is out of DuBois, Pennsylvania in that 9 machine. He's a rookie this year. And to the 29B machine of Cody Buck. He's out of Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania, right behind. as they'll finish up the first group of qualifying. Cody Buck, he's quick time right now with a 12.733. John Smeal, second quick right now with a 13.120. Alrighty, coming out next in the 43 machine, that's going to be Christopher Gormont. He's out of State College, Pennsylvania. Glad to see him here with us each and every week. So he'll take the green flag out of turn number 4, following behind him into 53P. That's one of your drivers battling for a points championship here this year. They're even Stevens with Byron Meeks in the 25 machine. He'll work his way down the back straightaway for lap number 1. These drivers electing to be a little bit higher right now on the racetrack. We saw that in the super lates. Seemed like that little bit outside momentum was a little bit faster. The track doesn't quite look as used up as the super late race, so we'll see where these guys clock in. So lap number 1 for Christopher Gorman, that'll put him third quick. Ryan Patton, he'll jump up to second quick right now with a 12.762. Out of turn number 4, Christopher Gorman, he'll final lap, he'll stay third, 13.035, quick time for him. And the 53P, he'll clock in his final lap, and he will stay second quick with a 12.762. So rolling out next right now, that's going to be the Mundurf Warrior in the 57 team machine. That's going to be Todd Bailey. Todd Bailey, he is out of Mundurf, PA. He'll take the green flag out of turn number 4 behind him into 66N. Out of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, that'll be Orvis Newcomb. He'll take lap number 1 out of turn number 4. Lap number 1 for the Mundurf Warrior. He'll clock in third quick right now in the 57 team machine. He'll work his way down the back straight on lap number 2 into turns 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. White flag one more time around. We'll ride along now with Orvis Newcomb. He's fifth quick right now. He'll finish that lap. He'll end fifth quick. Mundurf Warrior, he'll come out, finish his last lap. He'll stay third quick. Good lap for Christopher Gormont. He sits fourth quick right now, ahead of Orvis Newcomb and John Smeal. That's a pretty good lap for Christopher Gormont, so good for him, finding a little speed here tonight.
Christopher Gormont, just one of them guys. He's out here for the fun of it. Hard to find guys like that. He doesn't get too worked up. He just has a good time and comes out here. It's nice to see him be competitive and have some speed underneath that 43 machine.
Yeah, Byron Meeks, he clocks in lap number 1, 12.916. He'll jump the third quick right now. He's tied for the points lead, like we said. Behind him, that's that 57C machine of Colton Probes, that throwback wrap. He's clocked in fourth quick right now. Good lap for him. Lap number 2, going to be a 13.085. Not any better for the 25 machine. Does he have anything on this last lap? He'll work his way into turns 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Does Byron Meeks have anything for him to top the charts of Cody Buck? 12.965. He'll stay third quick. Colton Probes, he's pulled it in. As he had the first lap, he was a 13.102 that last lap. So he will stay fourth quick. But here's your rundown, ladies and gentlemen. Quick time in the 29B machine. That's going to be Cody Buck, followed by Ryan Patton. Third quick, that's going to be Drake Meeks. Fourth quick, Colton Probes. Todd Bailey, fifth. Christopher Gormont will be in sixth, followed by Orvis Newcomb and John Smeal. So that'll set your field here for your KDJ Hatch Designs Big Block Modified Heat Race. Dad, go ahead and start us off here.
All right, let's look on the pool here. We out of, let's see, I just got back. I had to walk away for a second. Out of Phillipsburg in the 29B, we have your pole sitter, quick time, be Cody Buck. Outside of him, fighting for a points battle this year out of Uniontown, and it'd be Byron Meeks, squeaky.
Inside row number 2, that's going to be the Mundurf Warrior in the 57 team machine. That's going to be Todd Bailey. He's out of Mundurf, Pennsylvania. Outside him in the 66N, that's going to be Orvis Newcomb. He's out of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. So, good little 4-car field here for KDJ Etched Design's Big Block Modified Heat Race number 1. I tell you what, that driver on the outside, he's looking to go to back road powder coating victory lane here tonight. Try and gain a couple points on the 53P of Ryan Patton. Patton has been the one that's closed that gap. He's got a lot of momentum going his way. Can Byron Meeks maybe have something go his way here tonight? We'll see here. Is that a turn number 4? Looking for the green flag. We're green. Side by side down into turns 1 and 2. 4 cars here. They'll fight their way in. That one's not going to fly. So, pace truck make its way back out. Nick Anderson not liking the start there, so they'll call it back. Pace truck will make his way back out on the field. We're going to try this one again. We'll bunch them up here. This will be a complete restart. Once again, we'll be on the green flag, so they'll get the nerves calmed down here and try this again. So that'll be our first oval track specialties caution for not the start the flagman was wanting to see. As we'll take them around here one more time. We'll be looking to go green next time. Next time around, just want to thank all of our sponsors here. While we have a minute here, Elevated Outdoors Hot Pit, the Newcomb Automotive Hard Charger of the race, and the Smear Racing Designs white flag, 1 to go. But we're getting ready to go green flag racing out of turn number 4. Let's try this again, boys. Try and keep them straight side by side out of turn number 4. Green flag. Good start that time, side by side into 1 and 2. Cody Buckles slide to the middle. Meeks trying to roll around the outside of him. Down the back straightaway. Meeks he'll roll the middle. Buck gonna try and slide up. Here comes Orvis Newcomb. There's a little bit of contact. Cody Buck left him a lane there, but here comes Orvis Newcomb. He is banging the boards. He'll grab a handful of the concrete off of turn number 2. Off of turn number 2, he'll grab a handful of the concrete. He'll keep it clean and green. Now Byron Meeks, he'll switch to the bottom side. Cody Buck tries to jump up to that outside berm. Here comes Byron Meeks. Newcomb has his feet back, go to him. Cody Buck catches the concrete. Byron Meeks to the lead. Meeks will lead off into turn number 3. Can Cody get anything rolling? Get him feet back under him, roll back around the 25 machine. Not quite yet. Orvis Newcomb, he's moved from 4th to 3rd right now. He runs in 3rd side by side for that 3rd position. Cody Buck not wanting to go away on the outside. We work lap number 5 out of turn 4. Dead even at the line. Can't call it. Here comes Cody Buck. He's got it rolling out there. Meeks starting to slip away on the bottom side. What can Byron Meeks do to try and make something happen as that outside line seems to be rolling right now? Cody Buck, your quick time. He rolls back around to the lead out of turn number 4. Out of turn number 2 now. He'll clear the 25 machine. Out of turn number 4. It's going to be the Smear Racing Designs. White flag one more time around for Cody Buck. Byron Meeks, he'll move up from the bottom. He'll go to the top. Try and settle in for a 2nd place. Side by side for 3rd behind him. Into turns 3 and 4. It's not going to be enough. Cody Buck, he'll rally back to the lead. He'll win KDJ Etched Designz heat race number 1. 2nd to Byron Meeks. 3rd will go to Orvis Newcomb. And 4th will go to the Mundorf Warrior of Todd Bailey. We will get them stacked up and ready for heat race number 2. Dad, I'll go ahead and start us off this time on the pole of this one. Looking to gain a point here. He'll start on the pole. If he can get this heat race win, he'll gain a point and be your points leader heading into the feature. But on the pole of this one, out of Brockway, Pennsylvania. That's going to be Ryan Patton. He has got a lot of momentum rolling his way outside of him in the 57C in that throwback wrap here tonight. That's going to be Colton Probes out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania.
Alrighty, inside your 2nd row, he comes out of State College, PA. In your 43, that is Christopher Gormont, and outside of him, one of your rookies at number 9. Out of DuBois will be John Smeal.
Yeah, both rookies in this one. They're both on the outside row. Can either of them make it work here on the veteran of Ryan Patton? A little bit of contact here as we get ready to take the green out of turn number 4. That one's probably not going to fly. We'll take a look back. Caution. Oval Track Specialties caution. So, that one's not going to fly. We'll get the pace truck back out here and try it again. Colton Pro's a little bit eager. We've seen him be a little bit eager before on that outside lane. Just maybe he has a little trouble seeing where that inside car is, trying to stay side by side, finds himself a little bit farther ahead than he wants to be. So he'll get the naughty stick shaken at him from the flag stand, and we'll try this one again. That'll be his warning.
Yeah, depending on how you have your stuff lined up on your screens and stuff, man, a lot of times to be able to see the car on your inside, you almost got to stay a half a car back, and you try to get up there side by side, you kind of lose where you're at.
Yeah, and it's definitely Ryan Patton. He likes, he likes that little bit slower start, and when you think maybe somebody else might be picking up the pace, he kind of keeps that same pace, and that one just kind of got away from Colton Probst. Us on the Oculus, we can kind of glance over. He can't maybe if he's on monitor, so we're going to try this one again, Dad. We'll see what they can do here out of turn 4.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to sacrifice, stay a half car like he is right now. He sees where he's at, and the green flag, you just hope you get a better start.
Yeah, I tell you what, he got a pretty good start there. We might see a slide job here off of turn number 2. No slide job. Ryan Patton holding even lane, but now he'll throw the slide job. Slide job in turns 3 and 4. Here comes Colton Probst. He'll cut back under him here. Down into turns 1 and 2. Can we see Probst throw it back? No, he won't. He'll stick around the bottom side. Out of turn number 2, it's going to be Patton with the outside momentum. Probst not going to go away, though. He'll roll back to the bottom side. Out of turn number 4, Ryan Patton now has his feet back under him. He'll lead into turns 1 and 2. Probst elects to roll right around that bottom side. We saw it work earlier once this track got a little bit slickened up, but I think right now that outside cushion just has a little bit more speed with that momentum, but Colton Probst holds strong in second right now. Back in third, that's your other rookie in the 9 machine of John Smeal. He's battling back there with the 43 machine of Christopher Gormont. Back up front, Ryan Patton. He's trying to run away with this thing as he'll gain a couple car lengths on the 57C. Colton Probst now elects to try and jump up to that middle groove, see if he can find a little bit of what Ryan Patton's got under the hood. Out of turn number 4. Well, Ryan Patton, he'll work lap 7 now into turns 1 and 2. He'll grab a handful of the cushion down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Smeal Racing Designz white flag high by the flagman's head. He'll throw it. Doctor's jacket in the air one more time around. Ryan Patton will work his way through 1 and 2, down the back straighter for the final time in KDJ Etched Designz heat race number 2. Out of turn number 4, Ryan Patton will be our point leader heading into the feature. He'll win heat race number 2. Second's going to go to Colton Probst. Third, John Smeal. And fourth, Christopher Gormont.
You know what, Ryan Patton has a chance here to take the lead tonight with the points lead for the first time this season, knocking Meeks off the top of the board, and I'm sure he's chomping at the bit right now as Meeks seemed to be struggling a little bit in that heat race. Yeah, that'll be your 1 minute of practice. For them guys to make their last minute adjustments. So we're getting ready to go feature time as they're going to line up here. Nobody goes to the tail on specials. They line up as is. So everybody will line up as their heat race. Results were
Feature racing here at the KDJ. It's the Big Block Modifieds. All right, it looks like we got the whole field all on the straightaway. Go ahead, Dad, start us off.
All right, on your pole in the 29B, he hails out of Phillipsburg. That'll be Cody Buck. Outside of him in a 53P. Right now, he is 1 point ahead in the points lead. After those heat race events, will be Ryan Patton. He is out of Brockway in the 53P.
Inside row number 2, that's going to be the 25 machine of Byron Meeks. He's looking to be a little bit higher up on that back road powder coating podium here than Ryan Patton here. As like you said, he is 1 point behind out of that points lead right now. Outside of him in the 57C out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. That's going to be Colton Probst. He's in that throwback wrap. He'll be to the outside of Byron Meeks out of Uniontown.
Inside your third row, out to 66, and he is out of Punxsutawney, PA. That is Orvis Newcomb, and outside of him, one of your rookies here in at number 9. He's out of DuBois. That is John Smale.
Rounding out your field is going to be the Mundorf Warrior on the inside out of Mundorf, and out of State College, Christopher Gormont in the 43. We're a green flag race, and we'll roll him out of turn number 2. Cody Buck has the early lead, but now the momentum starts to shift for the 53P. There's a slide jump. We're going to be 3 wide. Lap number 1 out of turn number 4. Ryan Patton has it by Catch Whisker. Ryan Patton will throw the slide job back. Slide job for slide job here at Lima Land. Byron Meeks founds the bottom early. Meeks will throw it up. He'll throw, run around the bottom. 3 wide out of turn number 4 once again. Cody Buck trying to find that momentum. Now Ryan Patton trying to get his feet on him. Here it comes. Byron Meeks on the bottom. That's close for second right now. Colton Probst, he's got his hat in the ring. He runs 4th. What a crazy restart there. Cody Buck. Oh, he grabs a handful of the concrete as I talked about him there. Got a slide job there early. Unfortunately, the 53P, he was ready for it. Cut down the hill, and now he'll lead out of turn number 4. Byron Meeks tries to roll the bottom. Meeks continues to roll that bottom. We saw that bottom work early in the feature in the super lates, and then it kind of got to where that freight train started rolling around the outside. We'll have to see how they work in the big blocks, as here comes Cody Buck, like you said. Like I was just saying, got his feet back under him here, Dad, and now he's trying to roll back around to 25 on the top.
Yeah, Buck's no stranger of collecting that outside wall and had to get his feet back under him. He likes to get up there and sell some T-shirts, but man, I don't know. He's definitely toying with some danger right now, early in this race.
Yeah, he is sparklers off the wall. And out of turn number 4, he now resides side by side with the 25 machine. Good run for Colton Probst, the rookie, in the 57C in that throwback wrap. He runs 4th right now in your picture. Out of turn number 4, Ryan Patton. He still controls the pace. He leads. Cody Buck runs 2nd by a cat's whisker over the 25 of Byron Meeks. Byron Meeks rolls through the middle. Colton Probst trying to find maybe a little bit something those top 3 don't have as he rolls 4th right now. Back behind them, your battle for 5th. That's between the Mundorf Warrior and the 66N of Orvis Newcomb. Back up front. Cody Buck now has a good lead over the 25 machine down the straightaway. He'll clear him out of turn number 4. Now Meeks, he's going to step up to that outside. Colton Probst, he's decided to step up there with him. So the 53P of Ryan Patton, he leads right now. Cody Buck runs 2nd. Byron Meeks, he resides in 3rd. 4th place, Colton Probst, still side by side for 5th right now. Orvis Newcomb has it on that outside groove. Kind of something we saw in the Super Late Model feature early here in this one. These drivers elect to roll around that outside. How slick is it going to get here? Was we got 80 laps. The distance here for the KDJ Etched Big Block Modifieds. Byron Meeks, he'll take a peek to the inside here out of turn number 4. Outside momentum will prevail for Cody Buck.
Yeah, that's a good question, Tyler, as they keep just everybody up on top right now. And if they blow that off enough, look at the moisture down at the bottom of that racetrack. A guy like Orvis Newcomb would be the type to get out there and try to make that work later on here in this race.
Yeah, it's something that I really counted on all 90 laps here earlier in the night. I mean, that moisture was there and nobody was using it. And we had more of a slicked up racetrack, and you just kind of had to pace yourself down there once it got so slick on the top. Guys really had to tear the fence down. Something that I really wasn't comfortable with doing until I found that inside moisture. I really didn't start coming alive. I tell you what, though, definitely going to have to watch to see if there's an Oval Track Specialties caution or if somebody tries that inside groove. Cody Buck, he's rolled up on the... He had rolled up on the backside of the 53P, but now he'll grab a handful of concrete. That might be Byron Meeks' opportunity. He'll look to the inside. Side by side for second. There's going to be a slide job. Good move for Byron Meeks to take that advantage. Maybe he'll leave a lane here. He'll close the door. So Byron Meeks, he takes advantage of that mistake from Cody Buck. He'll move up to second behind the 53P machine. So Cody Buck, he grabbed a handful of that concrete. He'll reside back in 3rd. Colton Probst, good run. He's still in the picture in 4th. Talked to Colton last week after the race. They said he just wants to be able to get to that top 3 and have a word with us up here in the booth. He's trying to pedal hard right now as he rolls through the middle. He might be one to watch here later on the bottom if he can make something work. But right now, still Ryan Patton ever so flawless out here at the front of this one. He'll lead. Byron Meeks now runs 2nd. He trails 1 position behind your points leader and 1 point behind your points leader. Out of turn number 4, Ryan Patton, he'll click off another one. We'll work lap 23 into turns 1 and 2. Both drivers grabbing a handful of cushion off at turn number 2. Cody Buck trying to roll that middle, starting to lose a little bit of ground now. Lap traffic might become a factor in front of him. He's the 43 machine of Christopher Gormont. He runs around that middle groove also. Ryan Patton, he'll slide through there. Byron Meeks, he's pulled to the rear deck lid. And it turns 1 and 2, lap 25. Out of turn 2, Patton all over the cushion. He'll grab a good run down the back straightaway now into turns 3 and 4. Meeks all over the rear bumper of the 53P machine. Lap traffic ahead. Where do they go? Does Patton try and scoot around the outside? Does he have to get out of the gas? Leaders are coming. They'll cut down the racetrack. Could we see a slide jump? There's a slide jump. 2 slide jumps right there. Ryan Patton, he'll go to the point. Here comes Byron Meeks. Does Meeks try and throw a slide jump here into turns 3 and 4? He'll cut it down. Meeks will leave a lane. Ryan Patton still leads out of turn number 4. Meeks right back up to the outside. He'll grab a handful of sparklers off the wall. Down the back straightaway. Ryan Patton still leads. Cody Buck was able to close a little bit there with that calamity. Patton, Meeks, and Buck. That's your top 3. Probes, he's back there in 4th still. Ryan Patton rolls around that cushion off of turn number 4. Those top 2 under a blanket here. Byron Meeks ever so patient, maybe looking for a mistake from the 53P machine. But I tell you what, that 53P, he's been ever so flawless here lately in that big block modified. Not making a mistake. And I tell you what, Dan, I think Meeks is going to have a hard time waiting if he keeps waiting for a mistake.
Yeah, for sure. It's just, if you look there, that cushion's getting pushed up, but they're almost getting up there. The rear of the race car is almost touching the wall. We're only 32 laps in. I strongly believe that the bottom's going to come back in, or at least the middle of the racetrack will come back in here before it's all said and done.
Yeah, and as you say that, I almost kind of see that 29B pedaling pretty good in the middle right now. He hasn't lost ground. Those 2 are banging the boards right now, and Cody Buck kind of just rolling at his own pace right now through the middle. As I say that, he'll try and jump up and grab a little bit there. Colton Probst, he runs through the middle back and forth, so. Oh, car in the wall in front of your leaders. John Spiel will get it off the fence there. That's going to close the gap between the 53P and lap traffic. We'll see what happens. Lap traffic could become a factor. Could the 25 machine use the 9 as a pick? Down the back straightaway. Smeal runs on the bottom. Will he leave a lane to the outside? Down the front straightaway. Smeal going to slide up the racetrack. He'll leave a lane down the back straightaway. Patton going to try and fill the gap on the outside. Smeal will roll around the bottom. Ryan Patton, he'll put him a lap down off of turn number 4. Meeks behind him. Now Cody Buck, he's back in the picture. He runs 3rd right now. So Ryan Patton now has a car length gap over the 25. He'll stretch it out to 2 car lengths that lap. John Spiel going to have to try and cut down the racetrack. That made Cody Buck. He grabbed a handful of concrete when he didn't want to, trying to fudge up the racetrack. Oh, 3 wide back here for Cody Buck. He'll split the 2 lap cars. He'll put the 43 lap down and the 9. Good move by Cody Buck. Colton Pro's now going to try and dispose of them also. Down the back straightaway, Ryan Patton still your leader. Byron Meeks rolls around behind him. Meeks just a little bit faster once he gets his momentum built up. Just getting in the corner a little bit better, a little bit faster through 3 and 4 too, I do believe. Just looking for a way around. He'll drive to the rear bumper. Down the front straightaway. We work lap 42, over halfway now. Cody Buck sparklers off the wall. He'll keep it under him. How long till we see an aggressive move? Cody Buck trying to get everything he can on the outside. John Spiel pushes. Colton Probe still trying to get around him. Back up front. Can Cody Buck find the bottom here? He takes a peek that time. He's going to try and slide back up now. We've got a train race around the outside right now, but how long will it last? We're halfway in this one. as it continues to push that outside groove up. Ryan Patton, he holds on to it right now over Meeks. That's crucial point. Sparklers off the wall for your top two. Byron Meeks trying to close. Had a little trouble in his heat race. Put him in a bad spot here. Oh, he'll grab a little bit of left rear of Ryan Patton. They'll stay clean and green. Cody Buck, can he take advantage? Cody Buck will look to the inside. I'm not sure. They both stay clean and green. The 25 kind of pancaked the wall a little bit, but he seems to be okay. They'll roll back into 1 and 2. Cody Buck will show the nose to the inside. He'll leave a lane. Meeks might have caught the wall that time, though. Could we see a slide drive from Cody Buck? Cody Buck will close the door. So now Cody Buck, he'll roll back up to second place. Byron Meeks back to third right now. That's crucial points for the 25 machine. Could we see a slide job? Byron Meeks, now he'll try the bottom side. He'll take a peek to the inside of the 29B. Not yet. Cody Buck back up to that outside. They've switched spots. Buck to the outside. Oh, now he'll drive back to the middle. Meeks got to try and get it rolling back up on the outside. As Ryan Patton now has the 43 machine back ahead of him. Out of turn number 2. That got a little close. He'll throw a slide job down. All three drivers, they'll throw a slide job on Christopher Gormont. Good job for Gormont. He'll leave room for your top 3. That'll close them all back up as they're back under a blanket top 3. Great battle up here at the front of the field. Cody Buck, he'll take a peek to the inside as Byron Meeks have enough to roll around him on the outside. Not yet. Buck looking for something a little bit lower than Ryan Patton. He'll peek a nose there off the corner. Can Cody Buck get enough to maybe cook up a slide job? He's got Byron Meeks behind him trying to make a move to get back to second. Oh, a little bit of a bobble from the 53P. Here comes Cody Buck. 3 cars under a blanket, side by side for the lead out of turn number 4. Still Ryan Patton. Byron Meeks trying to use that cushion for all it's worth to get back to the outside. Here comes Cody Buck on the bottom. Cody Buck's found that bottom. Just like you were talking about, Daddy tries to look back to the inside.
Yeah. He just needs to be patient and let it roll. He's got it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that bottom in 1 and 2 is just a little bit better. He has to cut it a little bit there for the 53P out of turn number 4. He'll stay calm and collected. He'll leave a lane to the outside. Cody Buck, good run off of turn number 2. They're dead even down the back straightaway. Gormont, he'll pull it in. He's done for the night. Out of turn number 4, Cody Buck trying to take the lead at the line. Still Ryan Patton. Cody Buck found that middle groove. That cushion pushed up too far now. He's got him down the back straightaway. He'll slide up to the middle. Leave a lane. There's contact. Contact between Patton and Meeks. Patton will drive back to the bottom. Meeks to the outside. That's going to let Cody Buck take the lead. Patton will still reside in second. Meeks back to that third place position. Now he's got to get his feet back on him. He'll roll around the outside of Ryan Patton maybe. Patton trying that extreme bottom side, but is that there yet? That middle groove seems to be a little faster. Meeks has found it. He's trying to roll around him. Meeks now takes a look to the outside. That's your battle for the points lead. Out of turn number 2, side by side for second. Meeks trying to chop down the 53P. He'll leave a lane out of turn number 4. Meeks has the spot now. Cody Buck now your sole leader of this one. He'll roll out of turn 2. Meeks up to second. Patton, he'll now jump back up to that middle groove. We'll
Caution's
see.
out.
Oh, Oval Track Specialties caution flag. Orvis Newcomb slow, I do believe.
Orvis Newcomb tried to go to the outside of a lap car that he slid up, and Orvis tried to give him enough room and into the concrete.
Yeah, just a tough spot there. I mean, you had to think there might have been a little bit of contact on that, maybe just a tad of left side door bar, and Newcomb trying to gas it in the corner just to get around that 9 machine of John Smale's lap car, and not sure if Smale just misjudged the corner getting into turn 1, and as Newcomb was putting him a lap down and just misjudged it, slid up into the 66 end, and Orvis trying to, like you said, just trying to get around that outside, use that cushion to hold him, and unfortunately catches the concrete with the right rear pretty hard. gets into the wall there, so that'll bring out your first Oval Track Specialties caution.
You know, if the other guy's being a lap down, it's really not going to change anything.
No.
Service will refire back into 6th spot. But it could change everything up front, as those guys have been battling it out this entire race, and I'll let Colton Probst get back up there and see if maybe he saved a little bit of tire and see what he might have here. When we're down under 20 laps to go.
Yeah, that's definitely going to shake things up. Colton Probst is going to be able to throw his hat back in the ring. Strong run for the 57C. Ryan Patton, he now has his feet back under him as he's on the outside of Byron Meeks. Quick start for from the 29B. Not to start. Ryan Patton wanted on the outside. He'll try and get it rolling. Meeks is going to take advantage. He'll slide up in front. Here comes Colton Probst. Going to try to roll around the bottom. He's trying to go to third here off of turn number 2. Not quite yet. Probst around the bottom. Side by side for third with the 53P. Not going to happen quite yet. Ryan Patton will get his feet back under him. He'll run in that third position. Cody Buck still your leader. Meeks trying to get it rolling and maybe see if he can track down that 29B machine and see if he can make anything happen. Sparklers off the wall. Right against the wall is the 25 machine. He's getting everything it's worth. Patton's going to follow him up there. Side by side for fourth back here between the 57C and the Mundorf Warrior. That bottom side not really working for the 57C. The Mundorf Warrior, he'll drive around the outside. Orvis Newcomb trying to go with him. Back up front. Byron Meeks. That outside. He's trying to get it all done. He'll grab a handful of concrete. Here comes Byron Meeks trying to power move around the outside. Cody Buck trying to use up as much racetrack as he can. He'll cut down off of turn number 2. Cody Buck pulling a little bit of a slider line. He's got to close the door down the straightaways. He'll close the door once again. Meeks trying to get it working on the outside. Big contact with the wall. He'll get it turned off the wall. He'll lose 2 car lengths. He'll lose 2 car lengths to Cody Buck, but I tell you what, Byron Meeks might be the fastest car on the racetrack. He's trying to run him back down in that 25 machine. He'll grab more concrete. Sparklers off the wall. He's grinding that right rear quarter panel down for all it's worth. Out of turn number 4, we're within 10 laps to go. Meeks on the outside. The 29B at Cody Buck through the middle off of turn 2. Christopher Gormont, he'll pull it back into the elevated outdoors. Hop in. Here comes Byron Meeks. Little tap from the back end. Oh, another tap. 25 machine trying to rattle the cage of the 29B machine. Little bit, another slider line from Cody Buck. Does he leave the door open? Down the front straightaway. Here comes Byron Meeks. Byron Meeks. Sparklers off the wall. Not what he wanted. That's going to lose wholesale ground. This is your battle for the lead. Meeks gets his feet back under him. He's been abusing this wall down in turns 1 and 2. If he could just keep it off the wall here, he's got a good chance at it. He'll avoid it this time. He'll gain a car length down into turns 3 and 4. This is where he really shines. Huge run out of turn 4. Cody Buck, he'll close the door. Into turns 1 and 2. Meeks, he'll slow roll off the back bumper of the 29B. Running out of laps. This could be the power move he's been looking for out of 4. Byron Meeks to the outside. Side by side down into turns 1 and 2. It's Cody Buck. Leave him a lane off of turn 2. Yes, he will. Side by side, half slide job for the 29B. Byron Meeks, your leader out of 4. Cody Buck to the outside. Does he have anything for the 25? Or is Meeks going to get it done here and extend his points lead? Off of turn number 4. Byron Meeks trying to grab the points lead once again. He doesn't want to leave here in second. Buck sparklers off the wall. Down the back straightaway. Ryan Patton runs third. Byron Meeks just a little bit faster through 3 and 4 on that cushion. 2 laps to go. Cody Buck, he'll grab a handful of concrete. That could be all she wrote. He'll get his feet back under him here. Down into turns 3 and 4. Spiel racing his eyes. White flag one more time around. Cody Buck needs to gain a couple car lengths here. Down the back straightaway for the final time. We work lap 80 into turns 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, Byron Meeks. A hard-fought battle. He'll win the KDJ Designz Big Block Modified second. Cody Buck Third, Ryan Patton. Fourth's going to go to Todd Bailey, the Munder Warrior. Fifth to Orvis Newcomb. Colton Probst falls back to sixth. John Smeal seventh. And rounding out your 8-car field will be Christopher Gormont. What we thought could have been Ryan Patton's night. He'll fall back to third.
It just seemed like Pat's car kind of fell off a little bit. Just didn't have the drive off the corner, and boy, Meeks really had to drive that car to win this race. I mean, it's well deserved. I mean, it's not everybody could go up there and do what he did there to get by Cody Buck. So it was well deserved win.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised when I saw that Meeks was just even able to fit that car on the outside of Cody Buck there. I thought Cody Buck was really cutting that off for him, but I tell you what, Meeks was able to find a way to fit those two front tires to the outside of the 29B. Great clean racing. As Cody Buck gave him a lane, and he was able to take that late race pass and find himself here in back road powder coating victory lane. As Dad, I do believe we have our feature winner up here in the booth with us, out of the car.
Yes, we do. Byron Meeks, what a drive, what a race. You were able to just to keep your composure, and I don't know how you made that car fit on the outside of Cody Buck, but you made it happen, and congratulations on your win.
Yeah, thank you. It was definitely a fun race. It was definitely top dominant there for the longest time, and I mean, I'm just over here sweating my ass off. I mean, that was a fun race.
I bet you are, man. I mean, it was pretty much nose to tail that entire time. Didn't have much time to take a breath, and Cody Buck found something there in the middle for a little bit. There was able to roll around there and take the lead, and then I think the crumbs went away there, and it went back to the top, and you were getting a big run out of 4. You would hit it one time, hit the wall the next time. So you had to time it right, make it work, and you got it timed out right, and you were able to squeeze in there and get the victory.
Yeah, 1 and 2, I'd mess up a couple of times and lose my ground, and then I catch him in 3 and 4, and then lose it again, and then he left just enough room on the front stretch to get around him, and for the last about, I think it was 7 laps, and thankfully, he was able to hold on to it.
Yeah, congratulations there, man. That was a good run. Well, you're going to leave here back in the points lead as Patton had it after the heat races, and you're able to claw back here. So what a battle between you two for points. So I'll be excited to see that to the end of the season, how that plays out. But who would you like to thank here tonight?
I'd like to thank you guys, like always. The racing right there just goes to show how much fun it is, and how clean everybody is. We just nose to tell there for 62 laps. That's a blast to me. And then all these guys for racing each other clean, and everybody that works on the car.
All right, Byron. Well, good win, and I'm sure we'll see you back up here on the podium in the weeks to come.
Thank you.
Cody Buck comes home in second. And found something there in that middle lane, was able to work up there and take the lead, and just wasn't able to hold off Meeks there at the end. But I mean, what a race between you two, and a great race, Cody.
Thank you. Yeah, I found that middle there early on, and I was trying it. It wasn't there for a while, and then it came to me, and then I just rolled around them, and I didn't know it went to the top there towards the end, and I fried my tires.
Well, that's what happens a lot is once you get out there, you're out front, and you're kind of a sitting duck. The guys behind you can move around and see what might be a little bit quicker than the guy in front of them, and then use that to their advantage. And once you got the lead, you were doing a little cut down, which is probably what was a little safer, and it was keeping you in the lead for 20 laps or so there. So there was no reason to change, but Meeks was able to find that little bit more way out there, right against the wall in 3 and 4, and was able to make it happen.
Yeah, it was a good race by Meeks and Patton there. It was like we were under a blanket there for the first couple laps.
Oh, for sure. And well, I mean, it's a great race, and I mean, anybody you want to thank here tonight?
You guys for putting this on every Tuesday night. It's always an interesting show coming in here because you never know who's gonna win. And if for everybody that's in here that races clean every week.
All right, Cody. Well, I'm sure we'll see you back, and we're back next week. Probably good chance to be back up here on the podium again. Good run tonight, and congratulations on second.
Thank you.
Ryan Patton, our third place winner or finisher. Sorry, not winner. Don't want to get you mad. But
Oh, come on.
What a run! I mean, 62 laps, 60 laps, something like that out there, and
Yeah.
before you relinquished the lead, and you guys were nose to tail under a blanket, and the cushion kept moving up, moving up. I knew something was going to have to happen eventually. You were kind of a sitting duck there for a while because you just had to keep moving up with it, and you couldn't change your lane until you saw somebody else. But it seemed like maybe your car might have fell off a little bit at the end, but it was a good run overall.
Oh yeah, the car definitely fell off actually before that caution. Honestly, I knew it was close, but I didn't know we were running nose to tail, three of us. But yeah, great race. I mean, I have no complaints about that. I think I burnt my stuff up pretty early. I wasn't expecting to stay at the top the whole time. As everybody probably knows by now, I'm more of a bottom dweller. But I can say is great race. Hope I never see that track again.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's one that's it's a love-hate track. I mean, a lot of guys love it, a lot of guys hate it. So
Yeah.
I might be on the same page as you, but for that track. But hey, we vote on that, and that's what we got. So he still was able to win your heat race, get some points there, and still in a tight points battle with me. So it's going to be interesting with you two here in the next 5 weeks. We're down to 5 weeks to go.
Yep. Oh, we're gonna try and keep it tight all the way to the end. I hope we go into Eldora tied. Honestly, to be completely honest with you, that would be one heck of a finale.
Yeah, that would be awesome for everybody watching and the fans. But well, who would you like to thank here tonight?
Yep. Same as always, you guys for doing this every week. Everybody in this group, everybody in this league. I mean, it's to me, it's the best thing around.
Well, we like to try to make it that way, and we have our little glitches here and there, but I think we definitely, if ain't got the best, we got one of the best out there. So, and it's all thanks to you guys that run clean and put on the show and help us all out. We couldn't do it without everybody. So, congratulations on third. I'm sure we're gonna see you back up here, and good luck on your points battle with Meeks here with 5 weeks to go.
Yep. Thanks, fellas.
All right, Tyler, that pretty much rounds up the Big Block Modifieds, the KDJ Etched Designz Big Block Modifieds. I need to start shouting out these sponsors a little bit more. I'm getting lazy. I didn't have a voice for 4 weeks, so I'm a little rusty. So anything I'm forgetting, man, a little forgiveness, please.
Yeah, definitely congratulations to everybody that found themselves in back row powder coating victory lane on the back row powder coating podium. Didn't see many people go into the elevated outdoors hot pit in this one. Saw Christopher Gormont take his car in there a couple of times, but not too many drivers. As I do believe all drivers except Chris finished the race. So good clean racing all the way around, and I do believe that our Newcomb Automotive hard charger of the race, I do believe that's going to be the Mundorf Warrior, Todd Bailey. He came from 7th to 4th tonight, picked up 3 spots. Byron Meeks, he came from 3rd to 1st. He picks up 2. But, so 3 spots for the Mundorf Warrior. So I do believe he'll be your back row powder coating. Excuse me, not back row powder coating, but Newcomb Automotive hard charger of the race. So, congratulations to him for hard charge there late in the race. We've seen him be pretty fast there when it starts to slick up. So I'm sure these longer races kind of fall into his hands a little bit more.
Well, don't go away. We got a short intermission, and we got one more race for this evening with our HighLine Designz Pro Late models coming up here.
Yeah, we've got another 80 laps here to run at the Lima Land Motorsports Park, and I tell you what, if that super late race was anything to show for it, we're gonna have some controversy and we're gonna have some great racing. So everybody, stay tuned for the HighLine Designz Pro Late models, and we'll be right back with you here after a short intermission.
Look who's topping the leaderboard with my setup. Top of the leaderboard in a 77. I haven't seen him up there much this year.
Nathan Brady finds himself at the top of the leaderboard by 1/1000th of a second over Larry Hess. Wow. Nathan Brady's definitely got... I'm surprised he hasn't got her tangled up in the steering wheel quite yet, as he's got that 77 machine. Ripping. I heard he got a little help on that 77 machine. He might be in the booth.
Yeah, I might have helped him tweak on it a little bit. He's been struggling, and I got to hear him whine at work every week. So I just hoping maybe this week I don't have to listen to him whine, but it'd be worth it.
I tell you what, if you listen to how he does in this iRacing car, how he does in his real life car, I tell you what, he might have some.
Well, let's not wish for
He'll get mad if you're saying that. That's
miracles.
That's the whole point of saying that. So, but Nathan Brady, quick time right now for him. He's got a 12.0. 12.051. Larry Hess right behind him with 12.052. Jonathan Smeal, he's third quick right now with a 12.079. And Dave Riesinger and Kurt Cass, they round out your top five. Riesinger, he's got a 12.104, and Kurt Cass with a 12.120. And I mean, under a blanket with the times is a understatement. But Nathan Brady, he tops the charts, so that 77 machine quick right now. There's the one star of Colton Joyner. He's coming off pretty good run last, pretty good run there at Lanier. A couple good runs at Lanier, actually. I did believe he picked up the win, didn't he? My memory serves me correct. Yeah, that one star, he picked up the win at Lanier. Won't have to tail the field here tonight, but he's one of them guys, you look at the hot laps, right now he is 9th quick out of 9 cars in hot laps, but he finds a way to the front in these races. And I tell you what, with this being a long 80 lapper, I don't see where you don't see that one star in the picture as a contender here. Up in front of him in the 72 machine, a little bit of a different looking wrap, kind of a maroon or a purple look on that 72 machine for Dave Riesinger. So a little bit of a different colored sheet metal or aluminum for him. Still got Louis riding shotgun in the 72 machine, as he's 4th quick right now in the 72 machine. There's the 157 of David McGovern. Had some speed there last week at Lanier. I do believe he had his best finish of the year. I do believe he brought home a 4th place. So,
yep, pretty sure that's where he finished it.
Good run for the 157 last week. He's going to try and keep that momentum, try and have a word with us up in the booth here later tonight. We'll see if he can make it happen in that 157. As we'll switch to group number 2. There's the 42H machine. He's got the throwback wrap on that 42H. That's the first wrap we saw Dennis Harrison III in whenever he started racing with us. So he's got that wrap back on here for tonight. There's Jonathan Smeal in the 13 machine. That's your points leader. And that 13 machine, good run, came home 2nd place, I do believe, last week. Looked like he had it on the bottom side, and Colton Joyner able to slip around him late in that one. So we'll see if he's got anything. Kurt Cass sits pit side in the 46 machine. So we'll hop over to the other groups. We got some more cars on track over there. Also, I mean, I tell you what, a driver who's always sneaky here with the HighLine Designs Pro Leighton Harvest has got to be that 98 machine of Larry Hess. I mean, he always is. I mean, even whenever he's 2nd quick like he is right now, 1/1000th off quick time. I mean, he just kind of gets glanced over in that 98 machine, and I tell you what, these longer races, this slick track coming to him might have something here tonight in that 98 machine. 'Cause he's a crafty cat when these races start falling his way and he's got a good car on there.
Yeah, it really boils down to having a good car. There's a lot of guys run setup shops and stuff, and I know that he does a lot of his own setup work, and I've been down that road, and it's very rewarding when you got a car that's fast and you set it up yourself. As my Lineland car is my own, and I thought I had a decent piece in it. It fell off on me a little bit, but he does a lot of work to him, and he's always trying something. So he gets a little hot and cold sometimes, but when he gets a good piece under him, he can be deadly. And he ain't no young cat either, just like Dave Riesinger. These guys, these guys are 60 plus, still out here making it happen. So props to them.
Yeah, we're glad to have him here with us each and every week. Some of our most devoted members. Dave Riesinger, I mean, he's been here since the beginning in that 72 machine. Larry Hess along with him. I mean, those are two guys that have been here since the beginning, and they just continue to show up and support this league. And I mean, a huge part of this goes out to them and seeing them improve him. I mean, I remember Dave Riesinger. I mean, he had trouble getting around the racetrack there when we first started. I mean, found himself as a lap car a lot of time. But I tell you what, I don't think Riesinger's found himself in the position of being lapped at all this year. It's so very, very lightly, because that 72 machine, it's been pretty fast this year, and he continues to improve around traffic and around other cars, and just one of the smoother drivers out there. I mean, when he gets on a track that's smooth, he's able to just roll it a little bit better, and if he could be in a position, I think he's got a chance here sometime, maybe later this year, or maybe come next year.
I agree 100%. He's building confidence. The end of last year and this year has built a lot of confidence in Dave, and he's learned how to save his equipment, and he's got better at making passes. Last week was a great example. Guy, this is grid, had to start last, worked his way all the way up to 5th before he was able to get his lap back. It's just something in here that we do. If you miss a grid, iRacing will not let you join the field. Even though you should be able to go out there and join the field when you're sitting on pit row under the 2 laps of prior to the green of pacing. And so the only thing we can do is allow the guy to come out as soon as they take the green and tail the field, but that puts them a lap down. But we're not going to stop the race for that. So anyhow, that's what we do. And if they catch a caution, we'll give them their lap back. And Dave, late in the race, caught his caution last week, and I do believe he worked his way back up to 5th or 6th in the last 15 or 20 laps. So he's definitely built some confidence up and has some speed, and he's getting better and better week in and week out.
And that's why we love to see those guys. They come back each and every week looking for something a little better. I mean, Nathan Brady struggled all year in that 77. Had a couple wins your first year out. Thought maybe he was going to be the car to beat until Nolan Anderson kind of found a little bit of a beat of momentum there and started picking it up. And a couple other drivers picked it up this year. And Brady hasn't quite been able to make that car work like he did last year. And right now he's definitely hoping for a good night. Seeing that he's quick time, has a piece under him that he can make something happen, and we'll see what he can do here tonight in that 77 machine.
Brady was voted, last year as one of the best. Him and Kirk Hess as the 2 best on the bottom of the racetrack, and tell you what, if this track goes top dominant and the bottom comes in, Brady could be one of them guys to look at on the bottom of the racetrack there later on.
Yeah, you just have to realize. I mean, I found myself on the bottom here earlier in the night, and I mean, really on a line that I thought it could come in, but I just never thought it was gonna come in. I mean, you just don't think, and the slower I went, the faster it was, and it's all about just creeping ever so and not getting excited and thinking I got to get on the gas, because as soon as you get on the gas a little early, you start losing it. And I almost let it get away from me getting on the gas a little early. I mean, so it's all about being just ever so patient around that bottom and waiting and almost just dragging your left front up over Up over that peg tire. Just, you know, nothing illegal. Just a little bit more grip than the next guy.
Yeah. And I truly believe, and I mean, Bobby Pierce said it. You know, one of the greatest race dirt late model drivers out there is, you know, that he'd much rather run the top, that the bottom is harder to do. And it really is. I mean, there's so much more patience involved and timing on when you can pull the trigger down there. And it's hard to hit it and stick down there, not overdrive the race car and be patient. And it's just tough to run the bottom. It's a craft. And the top looks cooler. You're out there selling T-shirts, and it looks, really, you're just out there going as fast as you can right up against that cushion. And it's not easy to do, but it's actually easier than being really good on the bottom. So that's why I just want to give props out to guys that, you know, try the bottom. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. I mean, it was, you just don't realize how slow you're going. Waiting for that, you know, waiting for that car to work, and it's quite something. But we're going to be done with hot laps, and we're going to step up here to qualifying first out in that 13 machine. That's going to be your points leader, Jonathan Smeal. He'll be the first one to put a lap down here tonight. He'll get the green flag out of turn number 4, off of turn number 2 now, trying to clock in his first lap here. This track's starting to slick up, getting through the middle. We're going to see Smeal, he'll run the bottom lap number 1 here. He'll clock in with a 12.646 early in this one. Lap number 2, he's going to jump all the way up to the cushion. He'll get that sucker bent off of turn number 4. He'll get a little squirrely there. Lap number 2 is going to be a little bit worse. So we'll see here as he'll get the white flag one more time around. He's going to have one more shot at it. With him out there is Dave Riesinger in the 72 machine. He'll get to the top of the board. And out of turn number 4, he'll finish his final lap. Jonathan Spiel was a little bit better. Can Riesinger go a little bit better? Not going to happen. Quick time, early time to beat. It's going to be a 12.590 for Jonathan Smeal. Not far behind him, though. That's going to be the 72 machine of Dave Riesinger with a 12.604.
Good lap for Riesinger. I mean, not being that close to your points leader, good lap.
Quick time in hot laps in the 77 machine. Nathan Brady, he'll make his way out in front of him, right in front of him in the 98 machine. That's going to be Larry Hess. He got out a little bit late there, but he'll take the green flag. Nathan Brady, he'll cut down off the corner. Right now, he sits third quick after that first lap with a 12.637. He'll run the bottom once again here out of turn number 4. He'll clock in lap number 2. Larry Hess, he'll clock in there in quick time. Holy rip for the 98 machine of Larry Hess. Lap number 2, can he improve? He'll be a little bit slower that time. Nathan Brady, he'll finish his final lap there. He'll sit fourth quick. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, Larry Hess will not improve, but that's not going to matter because he'll go quick time here with a 12.521. Jonathan Smeal now sits second. Dave Riesinger third, and Nathan Brady in fourth.
Good lap for the 98 machine.
Next car out in the 116, that's going to be Mike Anderson. He'll trip the trigger here for lap number 1. He'll take the green flag. Behind him, that's going to be the 157 of David McGovern. So we will see here. Lap number 1 for Mike Anderson. He'll clock in 5th quick. Lap number 1. We'll jump back here to the 157 of Dave McGovern. He'll clock in 6th quick. We'll ride lap number 2 here with Dave McGovern. Can he improve here on lap number 2? He'll ride around the bottom side. Lap number 2, a little bit better for the 157. He'll jump up to 5th quick. Out of turn number 4 for his final lap, Mike Anderson. He'll stay 6th quick. David McGovern, he will stay 5th quick. So McGovern clocks in 5th quick. 6th quick, the 116 of Mike Anderson. So we'll hop over here to group number 2. Colton Joyner, he'll be the first to take the green flag. He's followed with Kirk Hess. Lap number 1 for Colton Joyner, he'll roll down into turns 3 and 4. First lap on the board for him. He's going to go 7th quick in the 1-star. Lap number 1. We'll jump back here to the 46 machine of Kirk Hess. He'll jump up to 5th quick there for lap number 1. He'll get a little squirrely there off of turn number 2. Gonna have to see what he has here for his final lap. He'll get his feet under him here, see what he can cook up. Out of turn number 4 for his final lap in the 1-star machine, trying to improve on 8th quick. He'll stay 8th quick. Kirk Hess will stay 5th quick. So your final qualifier in the 42H trying to go quick time. We'll see here in the 42H of Dennis Harrison. He'll jump up to the cushion. He's got a couple wins here, and we know he's not afraid to drive this thing hard, so we'll see what he can make happen here. He'll jump up to 2nd quick. Good lap for the 42H machine. We'll see what he's got here on lap number 2. Final lap here off of turn number 4. Does he have anything better? No, he won't. So, good lap for the 42H machine of Dennis Harrison, but nobody's going to chop the tarts for quick time. Larry Hess with a 12.521. Good lap for Larry Hess. He'll find himself on the pole of a heat race here tonight. 2nd's going to go to Dennis Harrison the 3rd. 3rd to Jonathan Smeal. 4th to Dave Riesinger. 5th to Nathan Brady. 6th to Kirk Hess. 7th to David McGovern. 8th to Mike Anderson. And Colton Joyner will round out your field at 9th quick. So, Dad, as I talked about qualifying here, why don't you go ahead and start us off here for HighLine Designz Pro Late Model Heat Race number 1.
All right, on the pole, quick time, and a 98, Larry Hess out of Clearfield. Outside of him, your points leader in the number 13. He's out of Reynoldsville. That is John Smeal.
Inside row number 2, quick time in hot laps. That's the 77 machine of Nathan Brady. He was 1,000ths quicker than the driver sitting in front of him. He's out of Hyde, Pennsylvania. Outside of him in the 157 out of Curwensville, Pennsylvania, that's going to be David McGovern in the 157.
Rounding out your field, last week's feature winner in the 1-star. He's out of Du Bois. That is Colton Joyner rounding out your field.
So we will get them set and stacked here. HighLine Designz Pro Late Models. I think we got a good race cooking up here for these guys, and excited to see what they can do. Larry Hess, he's had a great night so far. 2nd quick in hot laps. Found a little bit there in the pit stall to get just a little bit quicker for qualifying, and he'll top the charts and go quick time here for the special qualifying. So we'll see what he can do from the pole. This one, he's got the points leader on his outside.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty stacked heat race for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I think all these guys anymore, it's all stacked because every one of them can win. And that's just never know who's going to pull the win out.
Yeah, you definitely don't know. Larry Hess looking for a good start here out of turn number 4. They're side by side looking for the green flag high above the flagman's head. We're green into turn number 1. Larry Hess will push the 13 machine up to the racetrack. He'll close the door out of turn number 2. Larry Hess, good start. He'll go to lead. Here comes Nathan Brady. He'll catch the brakes around the tires. Here comes Nathan Brady. Good run. He's looking to go to 2nd. Brady, he'll cut the car. Good run off of turn number 2. Here comes Bad News Brady into 77. He'll look to the inside for 2nd on Jonathan Smeal. Larry Hess will slide up the racetrack. Now they'll get their feet back under him on the outside. That outside momentum trying to pull him around. Jonathan Smeal all over the rear deck lid of the 98 machine. Nathan Brady not going to go away on the bottom side. He'll get that car cut around the bottom. He'll slide to the middle. He'll leave a lane for the 13 machine. David McGovern, he runs back and forth. Now he's trying to throw his hat in the ring. Nathan Brady in 3rd right now. Jonathan Smeal trying to get it working on the outside. He's trying to roll around the outside. Is there an opening? No! We're wrecking out of turn number 4. Contact! Not how these guys wanted their heat race to go. As you saw that one coming. As there's that little bit of a speed hack that we've seen Jonathan Smeal try a couple heat races with the no right front tire. There's no getting it on the nose any farther than that. As we'll take a look back here. As you just kind of saw where this was going here. You know, you saw Larry Hess kind of slide in the corner, and he just doesn't slide up as far, and Smeal tries to get to that outside groove and has that little bit of a run, and Larry Hess is just looking to kind of close that door like he had been earlier, and maybe just didn't get up quite as far. And
Yeah, with them not being on the outside of them going in the corner, there's really no way the 98 would know the 13 was even out there.
yeah, it's just one of them things. You know, Smeal knew he had a little bit of a run there, and he just wasn't quite up far enough to be to have that, you know, that wheel-to-wheel contact where nobody gets hurt. And, they both go around. So Jonathan Smeal has pulled it pit side. So that's going to end his heat race. And we're going to have a beneficiary. We thought of the 77 machine, but Larry Hess, he'll get his spot back here. And we'll turn him back loose here out of turn number 4. So Larry Hess did not lose the right front on that machine. He'll lead here down into turns 1 and 2. So Larry Hess still looking to keep this night rolling. And see if he can still hold on to this one after damage. Nathan Brady trying to take that away. He'll look to the inside. Good race in there. Nathan Brady leaves the lane to the outside. Larry Hess, he'll grab a handful of the cushion. Nathan Brady around the bottom side. Good run for the 77 machine. You got to think that little bit of damage at 98 suffered is going to be the difference. Smeal Racing Designs, white flag, one more time around. Nathan Brady trying to put it on the pole of the heat race. He gets a little sideways there over turn number 2. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Out of turn number 4, Nathan Brady picks up his first heat race win so far this year. Second is going to be the 98 machine of Larry Hess. Third, Colton Joyner. And fourth will be David McGovern in the 157. So, good job for the 98 machine. Not able to hold on to the win, but able to hold on to second after heavy contact with the outside wall. I think he'll take that, as he'll be starting third still in this feature event.
Yeah, still, you take that after something like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I really thought the right front was gone, but luckily the 98 machine still had the car under him, and he was able to hold on to second. Good race, clean racing between those top two there. Nathan Brady able to come home with the win, but on the pole, second quick was the last one out. Ended up being second quick in a 42H machine. That's going to be Dennis Harrison III out of Allegheny, New York on his outside in the 72 machine. We were talking about him a little earlier here tonight. That's going to be Dave Riesinger out of DuBois, Pennsylvania.
Inside your second row, and number 46 out of Clearfield, we have Kirk Hess. And outside of him in the 116, that'll be Mike Anderson out of DuBois.
Well, that'll set your field for HighLine Designz Pro Late Model Heat Race number 2. Harrison on the inside. Riesinger on the outside. They're looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. We'll see who's got it. Start outside pole or green down into turns 1 and 2. Harrison gets a good start on the inside. Anderson trying to get a good run. He started back in fourth. Kirk Hess trying to take advantage of that inside groove, moving a little bit better. He'll look to the inside of Riesinger for second. Harrison has the lead right now out of turn number 2. He'll still leave a lane for the 72, side by side for second. Riesinger now has his feet back under him. He's going to roll back around the outside of the 46 machine. Just takes a couple laps for that 72 machine to get rolling. But once he does, he's got a fast race car. Now he starts to hunt down the 42H of Harrison. Here comes Dave Riesinger in the 72. He's got it rolling on the outside. Here comes Riesinger. He'll grab a handful of the cushion off of turn number 2. Harrison leaves him a lane on the outside. Now Riesinger, he'll roll through the middle out of turn number 4. He'll look to the outside, side by side for the lead. Riesinger grabs a handful of the cushion. He'll try to drive to the outside of Harrison down the back straightaway. Side by side, wheel to wheel into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Riesinger not going to go in the outside. He has it by a cat's whisker. Here comes Dave Riesinger. Had a bad start, but now he's putting a whip to it on the outside. Out of turn number 4, Riesinger trying to pick up a heat race win here. They're dead even at the line. Harrison on the bottom, Riesinger on the outside. Harrison tries to slide up, take that line away. Riesinger says no thank you. He'll move back around the outside. Smeal Racing Designs white flag. We're 2 by 2 here. Out of turn number 4, Riesinger has it by half a car length. Does Harrison have anything for him on the bottom? Mike Anderson right there. Dave Riesinger to the outside. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Out of turn 4, Dave Riesinger puts the whip to it. He'll win heat race number 2. Second place to Dennis Harrison. Third to Mike Anderson. And fourth to Kirk Hess. What a drive by the 72 of Dave Riesinger.
Oh, man. I don't even know what to say about that one, Tyler.
Woo! I tell you what, he was spanking the horse on that one, baby. Woo! That was a good one.
he was white knuckled. I'll guarantee you right now, he needs a break.
Holy man, I tell you what, there was a couple of times there. I mean, Harrison gave him just a lane, and here come Riesinger with that run to the outside, millimeters between those two sheet metal. What a battle to the line for heat race number 2 of the HighLine Designz Pro Late Models, and that's just something. I mean, Riesinger he's had a little bit of trouble getting going on them starts, but I tell you what, when he gets that car under, if there's an opening, he's got something for him there, and he showed it right there in that heat race.
Yeah, it's almost like watching somebody. We've been watching Riesinger develop for years, as he is, like you said, started out, as a lap car, and just every year gets better and better. And that's fun to watch, seeing a guy like that that's, got moved up and was able to do something like that with a guy that's no slouch with Dennis Harrison III.
Definitely, I think that would be his second heat race win with the HighLine Designz Pro Late Models. I think he picked up one earlier in the year at Lanier. So that'll be his second heat race win, and that'll be his second front row start with the Instigators here this year and of his career. But I'll start us off here on the front row for his first time on the pole all year. Had a couple wins last year. Hasn't had the same success this year in the 77 machine, starting on the pole out of High, Pennsylvania. That's going to be bad news. Nathan Brady. Outside of him, after an outstanding heat race event in the 72 machine, Dave Riesinger looking to pick up his first ever Instigators racing win here tonight in the 72 machine. He's out of DuBois, Pennsylvania.
Inside your second row, a lot of speed tonight, your fast time and hot laps in the 98 out of Clearfield. That'll be Larry Hess, and outside of him, out of Allegheny, New York, multi-feature winner this year in the 42H, that'll be Dennis Harrison III.
Inside row number 3, in the 1-star, last week's feature winner, that's going to be Colton Joyner. He'll be one to watch here tonight. He's out of DuBois, Pennsylvania. Also outside of him in the 116, also out of DuBois, Pennsylvania, that'll be Mike Anderson.
Couple of buddies starting side by side here in row number 4. In the 157, we got Dave McGovern. He is out of Curwensville. Outside him in the 46, Kirk Hess. Rounding out your field, your points leader, the 13 out of DuBois. Out of Reynoldsville, John Smith.
As we'll get them all, we'll tell you all their names at out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway for the first time as we set to go 80. Nathan Brady has the early lead. Dave Riesinger, same thing as the heat race, trying to get that car wound up on the outside. He might have found it, though. Here's he grabs a handful of the cushion off of turn number 2. Nathan Brady, your leader here early in this one. He'll work lap number 2. He'll lead right now. Dave Riesinger slots himself into second. Larry Hess not going to go end the bottom. Here comes Colton Joyner. He's trying to peek a nose to the inside. Early in this one, we've got cars 2 by 2. Dennis Harrison takes a peek 3 wide out of turn number 4. Harrison looking to go 3 wide out of turn number 2. He'll think better of it. He'll slot back in behind Dave Riesinger. Larry Hess on the bottom. Nathan Brady out alone in the lead. Second place Riesinger gets a good run. He'll go to second. Harrison sparklers off the wall already. That's where he's going to be all night. That's where he loves to be, is right on this cushion. Riesinger grabs a handful off of it off of turn number 4. Larry Hess, being the ghost he is as he rolls through the center. That closed up quick there. Contact. We stay clean and green. Anderson, he'll have to get on the binders there behind Colton Joyner and the 42H. Looked like Harrison just kind of tried to cut down under the 98 machine. There wasn't room. Joyner was there. But they'll keep it clean and green. Now the battle for second is between Riesinger and the 98 of Larry Hess. Colton Joyner, he's slotted up into that 5th place position. As they battle for 5th, him and Harrison. Anderson sits back in 6th. Those cars under a blanket. Jonathan Spiel, he's up to 7th now. Nathan Brady still leads. He's got a couple car lengths now on 2nd and 3rd. Trying to stretch this one out in the 77 machine. He's got a lot of laps to hold him behind him as we're in 8th through as we work lap number 10 now. Riesinger still uses that outside cushion. I do believe that would be the first time the 72 would be talking to us if he can hold on to this position. Harrison runs 3rd now. We're 3 wide. Oh, there's a big door for the 98 machine. He slides up the racetrack. Not sure if there was contact with the 1-star or not. As now Harrison, he'll throw all caution to the wind, trying to go around the outside. As he got the shoulder check from the 98 machine. We'll see if he'll cut down here now to the inside. Colton Joyner, he'll take advantage of it. He's looking to go to third. Riesinger, he'll nail breakout on that outside groove. He'll be your second place runner. Larry Hess to the outside of Colton Joyner. They're side by side for third right now. Joyner's came from, I do believe, the 6th starting position. He's rolling that bottom ever so smooth. Larry Hess trying to get that outside rolling for him. Harrison trying to find a way around both of them right now as he's searching for speed. That's your best battle on the track right now. Those three are under a blanket. Harrison trying to look to the inside of Joyner as he rolls the bottom for the first time maybe I've ever seen him do it. Just trying to get a little bit lower. Oh, he looked pretty good there. He just caught that tire a little wrong. Had to get out of the gas there to not make contact with Colton Joyner as those two are still side by side for third. I do believe Larry Hess had it at the line last time, but Joyner not going to go away. Harrison now has free track in front of him. Back up front, Riesinger not letting the 72 creep too far away as he runs that cushion. Nathan Brady, your leader. 2 cars we haven't seen at the front of the field a lot this year. They're run first and second right now. Third, Larry Hess. Limaland, maybe the great equalizer right now, is Colton Joyner. He runs fourth right now. He's trying to scoot around that inside. He'll leave a lane off of turn number 2. Harrison now trying to drive. He'll drive it into next Tuesday there off of turn number 2. Now Colton Joyner starting to fall back on that inside, that outside. Maybe starting to work a little bit better now. Riesinger, ever so smooth and consistent. We told you he just hits his mark every lap when there's green track ahead of him. Running his race. Oh, a little bit of sparklers off the wall that time. He'll keep it under him. Larry Hess has now cleared the 1-star machine. He's got Harrison only to worry about now as Harrison peeks a nose to the inside. They're side by side off of turn 2. Harrison maybe going to try and go back to the bottom side here and work his way up into third. Larry Hess trying to hold him off. Colton Joyner, he's moved up to the outside now, trying to take Mike Anderson and Jonathan Smeal with him. Back up front. The gap is closing. Eyeball test says that Nathan Brady is losing ground to the 72 machine of Dave Riesinger. There's a push from Nathan Brady. Here comes Dave Riesinger. Riesinger trying to close the gap into 72, trying to go to the lead here. Off of turn number 2. Dave Riesinger, ever so collective and calm. Could we see a slide drive from the 72? That's not really his type of move. We'll see. Nathan Brady runs through the middle. Does he leave a lane to the 72 machine? Off of turn number 2. Riesinger pacing himself right now, looking for an opportunity. Brady's got his feet back under him for right now. Riesinger drives it to the rear deck lid. The rear spoiler of the 77 machine. Nathan Brady gets a little bit better exit. So he drives off a little bit lower. Riesinger trying to use that momentum. There's a slide job for third. Larry Hess back to the inside. He'll throw it back to the inside. Harrison going to try and go around the outside. Larry Hess will leave a lane. Larry Hess leaves a lane for the 42H machine, and Harrison will go to third now. Larry Hess back to fourth. Larry Hess will slot back to fourth. Side by side for fourth, fifth behind them. That's between Mike Anderson and Colton Joyner. Colton Joyner continues to roll around that bottom side, maybe saving a little bit more than the next guy. Back up front, Riesinger's lost a little bit of ground to the 77. Harrison and the next one to try and go at him. Harrison will peek a nose to the inside of Riesinger, not yet. Riesinger back up to the cushion. Harrison leaves the lane for Riesinger. Riesinger will drive back around the outside. Side by side between Riesinger and Harrison as we work lap 30 into turns 1 and 2. Could Harrison think about throwing a slide jump? He throws a half slider, he'll leave a lane. Harrison going to have to try and build that momentum up if he wants to make something happen here. He's fast around that cushion right now. Riesinger paces ahead of him. Back and forth, still Larry Hess. Now fifth is the one-star Colton Joyner. Mike Anderson trying to fight back on the outside. Down into turns 1 and 2. Harrison kind of made the 72 check up there a little bit. Left him a lane, but not a lot. The 72 machine decides to jump out of the gas there. He'll drop back to that third place position. Sparklers off the wall for Riesinger. He'll keep it under him. So now Harrison jumps up to that second place position. The 77 of Nathan Brady continues to lead this one. He's led from the drop of the green in the 77 machine. Harrison trying to hunt him down in the 42H machine. We've seen how that 42 machine can use that outside cushion, and right now he's trying to spank the horse and go to the lead here on lap 35 out of turn number 2. Brady still holds the lead. Harrison is closing in on the 77 machine. What will he do to try and get around him? Harrison drives it to the outside. You gotta think, is he gonna stick his nose there? Brady closes the door. Harrison to the inside. Oh, he hip checks the 77 machine. Side by side out of turn number 4. Harrison will roll the bottom now. Brady gonna try and go around the outside. Not a lane for him to go. So now Nathan Brady, great crossover move. He'll go right back to the inside of Dennis Harrison. Great move by Nathan Brady to roll around that bottom side. He'll take advantage of that. Go back to the lead right now. Does he throw a slide job? Does he continue to roll that bottom side? Nathan Brady uses that crossover. That outside momentum of Harrison takes him back to the lead. Brady trying to roll around that bottom side. He'll leave a lane for Harrison. Harrison abusing that right rear. How much? He'll roll around on that cushion. He'll go to the lead here on lap number 40. We're halfway in this one. Nathan Brady rolls around the bottom side. Still in third. That's a 72 machine of Dave Riesinger. Mike Anderson, he's found a little something. He's up to 4th now. Colton Joyner trying to go with him on the outside. Larry Hess losing a little bit of ground here in this one. He runs 5th right now. Riesinger, he's dropped from that outside groove to a little bit of a slider line. He'll slide up the racetrack. Mike Anderson's going to have a good run on him. Anderson, he'll grab a handful of the cushion off of turn number 2. Does he have anything for Riesinger? Riesinger continues to kind of throw that slider line. He'll drive it through the middle. Anderson trying to get a big run. Riesinger leaves the lane. 2 by 2 back here. That's your battle for third on screen. Riesinger leaves the lane for the 116 of Mike Anderson. A little bit of a bobble from the 72. Mike Anderson rolls up to 3rd now. Joyner sparklers off the wall, trying to go with the 116. As Riesinger trying to roll through that slick, but I think he needs to get back in the grip. Maybe a little bit not too comfortable with that cushion, trying to save right now. He'll fall back to the 5th spot now. Colton Joyner up to 4th. 3rd, Mike Anderson back up front. Harrison continues to tear the fence down and sell t-shirts. Nathan Brady, he's not letting him get away as he creeps around the bottom. Nathan Brady definitely saving a little bit more than the 42H machine. He's got a lot of laps here. He continues to pace himself in that 77 machine, having the best run he's had all year. Mike Anderson, Colton Joyner trying to get that top rolling. They're trying to close in on the 77 machine of Nathan Brady. Does Brady continue to roll the bottom, or does he jump up here before the 116 and 1 star get there? Out of turn number 2. Brady still runs the bottom. Mike Anderson now on the rear deck lid. Harrison starting to try to run away with it. This is your battle for second. Little bit of a bobble there. Nathan Brady's going to lose a spot to Mike Anderson. Colton Joyner going to try and follow suit with the 116. He will. So now move Mike Anderson up to that second place position. Colton Joyner, he'll move to 3rd now. Brady now rolls. He'll roll back to the bottom side. He'll be back in 4th now. The 1 star of Colton Joyner, he was one to watch. He's found himself now up into 3rd. Mike Anderson in 2nd. That 116 machine has been sporty here tonight. Dennis Harrison not too far ahead. Colton Joyner shows the nose of the 116. Mike Anderson not to be denied. He'll just continue to run his race on the outside cushion. Dave Riesinger still runs back in 5th. Jonathan Spiel, how long has he been saving? He's back there in 7th. Harrison still leads 2nd. Mike Anderson, Colton Joyner, he's resorted to going back to that outside cushion right behind Mike Anderson. Nathan Brady, he's jumped up to that outside groove now. He runs 4th. 5th, Dave Riesinger. Larry Hess behind them, followed by Jonathan Spiel. Then it's Kirk Hess over David McGovern. Up front, it's still Dennis Harrison. Fun fact was said during the time we get ready to go to Limeland that every single race last year at Limeland in the Pro Lace was won by an Anderson. Nolan Anderson picked up, I do believe, 2 of them. Mike Anderson picked up 1 of them. Mike Anderson sits 2nd right now. Can he continue the streak of the Andersons only in back road powder coating victory lane? Right now, he's going to have to pedal hard as Harrison and Joyner's all over the back end of the 116, and Harrison's trying to pull away. We work lap 58. Harrison, he leads after a pass on the outside of Nathan Brady. Side by side for second. Joyner shows a peek to the inside once again. These drivers start to single file out here. We'll hop in car here with the 1 star of Colton Joyner as these guys hammer this outside cushion here at Limeland. We'll move the GoPro down simultaneously as we ride along with Colton Joyner still as he tries to catch the 116 of Mike Anderson. Mike Anderson running a little bit lower line. Colton Joyner gets a big run here off at turn number 4. He sees the Anderson on the back of the 116 trying to roll around the outside of him. Big strive into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Colton Joyner to the outside. Oh, he gets out of the gas big time. Anderson, close that door. Joyner's up in the walls, trying to go around the outside. That door's going to close. Holy man, we're getting a whole show here on the in car with Colton Joyner. You see that 116 of Mike Anderson trying to drive forward. He'll close the door on the 1 star for right now as oval track specialties caution.
Dave McGovern in the wall.
As we'll take a look back at what happened to David McGovern. He finds himself in the opening. Ryan back here in the 9th place position. Just catches the wall. Getting into turn number 1. So we'll get another view at it here. Just that cushion just not forgiving here at Limeland. You just catch it. You see it right there. This wall. It kind of gets tight here. And then you see this little cushion here. And then the wall cuts back real close, so you just can't grab that wall early. He grabs a little bit of concrete there, just gets him a little bit straight, and that's all it rode. He rides the wall, breaks the right front, and eventually catches that opening with a good pancake there. Harrison, good job being able to avoid along with Joyner and Anderson. So he'll make his way to the Elevated Outdoors hot pit in the 157. Because I do believe we're getting ready to go green, so he'll pull his way back out. That is going to reset and restack the field here. Harrison will fire when ready out of turn number 4. Mike Anderson all over the back bumper. Green flag. Good restart for Mike Anderson on the outside. Colton Joyner to the inside. Colton Joyner trying to find a little something. He'll pull to the inside. Mike Anderson got to get his feet under him here if he's going to roll to the outside. Nathan Brady throws his hat back in the ring. He's trying to go back to 3rd here. He runs 4th right now. Oh, he catches a U-tie hard. He'll get a little pack in the rear from the 13 machine of Jonathan Spiel. Colton Joyner uses that restart to his advantage. He'll roll to 2nd now. So now he has the 116 in his rear view mirror. As he'll now set his sights on the 42H of Harrison. Harrison's already pulled out to a pretty decent lead. The 72 machine of Riesinger finds himself back in a 4th place position. Nathan Brady, he's dropped back to 5th, and he's under pressure from the 13 machine of Jonathan Smeal. So now, does Colton Joyner have anything for Dennis Harrison? Colton Joyner rips the lip out of turn number 2. Harrison just ever so good on that outside berm as he continues to throw sparklers off the wall. Joyner, he'll spank the horse on the outside. Mike Anderson back to 3rd. Dave Riesinger runs 4th. Up to 5th now in the 3rd team is Jonathan Smeal. Jonathan Smeal has a little bit of front end nose damage, I'm going to assume, after Nathan Brady grabbed a handful of Uke tire there in the 77 machine as he's starting to lose wholesale ground as he's got a bend in that right rear spoiler. Back up front though, Harrison grabs a handful of concrete. Is those mistakes going to continue to happen for the 42H machine? But I don't know, as the one stars running out of laps, run down that 42H. We were at lap 74 of 80 into turns 1 and 2. Harrison took the lead a couple of laps back and hasn't looked back since in that 42H machine. Got a good restart trying to hold off the one star of Colton Joyner. He's got a fast car, but does he have enough time? Harrison continues to sell t-shirts on the outside, ripping the lip. Colton Joyner pedaling hard. Had to come from a little bit farther back in the field. Everything he can with that right rear tire. How long can those right rear Hoosiers hold up? We work lap 77 into turns 1 and 2 now. Out of turn number 4, Harrison continues to hold the gap steady in the 42H. In that throwback-esque wrap, the first wrap we saw him here race with us in the Instigators League. Harrison, he's got 2 more trips around to pick up another one with the Instigators. He'll grab a handful of the cushion through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. No mistake can be made on this razor-thin edge at Limaland. Smeal racing Designz white flag one more time around. He'll grab sparklers off the wall. He'll spank the horse one more time down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Dennis Harrison uses that ability on the cushion just one more time to pick up another one. Here with the Instigators, 2nd, Colton Joyner. 3rd, Mike Anderson. 4th, Dave Riesinger with a great run. From 5th to 5th from the back in the 13 machine is Jonathan Smeal. 6th, Larry Hess. 7th, Kirk Hess. 8th will be David McGovern. And Nathan Brady fights himself to the rear from the pole and finishes 9th. So these boys will get them parked up on the front stretch here for you, and we'll get a word with them here as they get ready to climb out of their race cars. With what a great race. Didn't come down to the line, but great racing throughout the whole field here tonight, Dan.
Yeah, they put on a pretty good show there. Man, I mean, it just kept changing on. Didn't think Harrison was going to be a factor, and Brady was out front, and next thing you know, man, it seemed like all those guys towards the back were coming forward, and the guys in the front were headed to the back. So it's a little bit different driving style or setups, but something there happened. But Dennis Harrison was able to work his way out the top. He seems to be strive on the top of the racetrack on the cushion, and this track was definitely top dominant there at the end, and Harrison showed his dominance up there on the cushion. Speaking of Dennis, he's in the booth with us now. Congratulations, Dennis, on another win. Once you got up there and could run the car on the cushion where you like to be, you brought that 42H up to victory lane.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I was really worried there when the caution came out with like 17 to go. I thought, well, damn it, this is how it happens every time I get passed after a late race caution. But it didn't happen like that. It kept it rolling on the top and got the win.
Yeah, the top kind of never really became the slow way around. Is some guys were able to roll on the bottom early, but then when you guys got rolling on the top, you and Joyner and Mike Anderson, you guys just started coming, and you never really stopped till you guys are the guys up here on the podium right now. So congratulations on that win. Does that make number 4 of the year?
I think 3.
3 on the year, but just coming in here in your first season in the Pro Late, you're putting quite a mark on this division and showing your strength here. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, my parents, my brother, and my girlfriend, and Pierce Steele. And
all right, Dennis. We appreciate that, and good run tonight. Sure, we're going to see you back up here again, and when that cushion's out there, we know that Dennis is going to be here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Moving on back to 2nd, Colton Joyner. Won last week. continues your strong run here as you were able to work your way up to second. Just wasn't quite as fast as Dennison on the top, but good run tonight, Colton.
Yeah, thank you guys. I was running the bottom there. I thought maybe the bottom would be dominant since it happened in a few other races we watched today. But it definitely didn't happen. I see Mike there up on the high side there, probably about halfway, and I knew it just had to be go time to make up some spots there before it just got too slick to make any more passes there.
Well, when you say that, for people listening, it's go time. I mean, sometimes that's why these races, you're not sure really what's going to happen because some of you guys will conserve on these longer races, and it's hard to determine when go time is. And it seems like you've been figuring that out pretty good lately. As it always seems like you come to the back strong at the right time, and man, just seems like you pull the trigger at the right time.
Yeah, you just got to take your time, pick your battles, try to keep yourself out of trouble on these long races, and yeah, and hopefully you just end up front here.
Well, good run, Colton. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys, my family that's always watching me, and then everybody else that watches on the stream.
All right, bud. Congratulations on another podium finish, and I'm sure we'll see you back.
Thanks.
Mike Anderson, good run tonight. Another podium finish. These Andersons seem to be strong here every time we come to Lineland, and you proved that once again as you were in contention there and came from pretty far back in the field to make your move and get yourself up there to a third place fin.
Thanks. Had a horrible qualifying and heat race car. Well, actually, the heat race paid pretty good, but those guys too wide in front of me. I had nowhere to go and finished third. Didn't start where I wanted to in the feature. The car was good. Kind of just held back for a little bit and let things kind of unravel in front of me. I seen a couple cars either make a little mistake or get together or whatever it might be, and just picked them off that way. Yeah, pretty uneventful, but had a good run there with Colton, too wide for a while. We did touch. I think that was on me, so sorry about that, Colton, but hopefully we didn't hurt anything. Yeah, it was a good, fun race.
Yeah, it was a good hard race all along, and you guys were definitely racing hard there. And when you're that close, man, I mean, if you can get away with just a touch and no harm, no foul, man, that's a good night. And it's a game of inches out here. Everybody's getting so good. I mean, the pro late division is just as competitive in my eyes as the super late division anymore. And you guys just put on a heck of a show. And you don't know who the winner's going to be week in and week out. And that's what makes it exciting. And we're happy to see you back up here on a podium.
Thanks. Yep, appreciate it. Just thanks out to Nick at HighLine's Design for the wrap, and you guys for putting this deal on, give us something to do. Look forward to it every week and tinker around with it during the week in anticipation to get ready for Tuesday night. So really appreciate that, and everybody that tunes in and maybe watches and messages afterwards about should have did that, that Bleacher Creatures type stuff. But yeah, it's all fun. Love it.
Oh yeah,
appreciate
100%,
it.
100%, man. We appreciate you too, as you're one of the original members here, one of the original 8 in this group, and just thanks for you and your bringing your family along and keep helping us keeping this going, and appreciate everything you guys do too.
Yep, absolutely appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Tyler, that pretty much wraps up tonight's events, as we're down to 5 weeks left of the season. There's some tight points battles, and it gets to be the sad part of the season, as we know we're down to only a few races left, but real racing is right around the corner, so we have no choice but to shut her down and get ready for the big cars. But hey, still got 5 exciting weeks to go, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. As a quick little shout out here for your Newcomb Automotive hard charger of the race. I do believe that's going to be Jonathan Smith. He came from the tail to pick up a top 5 finish here tonight, so he'll pick up 4 spots. Harrison picked up 3. A couple other guys picked up 3. Mike Anderson picked up 3, but 4 spots for Jonathan Smeal, so he'll be your Newcomb Automotive hard charger. And like you said, season's starting to wind down, but summer season's starting to creep around the corner, and that means that we're going to have these cars, not pixels, but real atoms in real life. So as that gets closer and closer, this season continues to wind down. But I tell you what, it's been a great one, and I think we're going to finish out this year strong and come back swinging even harder next year.
Absolutely, and that's what we strive to do, is to make the viewing, make the racing, make the whole experience a little bit better every year. And that's that's why we do what we do. And I think so far we've accomplished that, and hopefully we can carry it on.
Most definitely is. Just want to thank everybody for watching here tonight, and as we'll get geared up for next week. I know we have Powder Puff, so that'll be making its return. Let's see if Jane Swatsworth can go 4 for 4 on the year. And she is 3 for 3 so far.
Yeah, talking about that, it hasn't been an easy 3 for 3.
No,
it's been right down to the wire, but she's able to pull it off. You got a couple girls nipping out her heels, man, but she's been able to pull it off so far. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, hoping to not have the technical difficulties that we did last Powder Puff race, and hopefully we can bring those girls racing and get them the TV time they deserve for coming out here and racing with us. But look forward to that, and then we have some new tracks on tap for your Harrison Brothers Welding Fabrication Super Late models, your HighLine Designz Pro Late models, and of course your KDJ Etched Designs Big Block Modifieds. So that's something to look forward to next week, as we'll be having a lower lap count though. So stay tuned for a quick and long night.
Yep, just to give a shout out right now, I'll just let you all know the Pro Lates will be coming back to Cedar Lake. Big Block Modifies to Volusia, and the Super Lates will be returning to Oswego.
Oh boy, Oswego. See if I can put her in the fence.
And I'm not sure. I have to look it up. I think the ladies are at I-55. So first time at that track this year.
Yeah, so that'll be had some exciting stuff coming up. So stay tuned for that, coming to you in 7 days, aka next Tuesday. So thank you everybody for watching here tonight, and we will catch you then when we start next week with the 25 lap Powder Puff event. Thank you.